All business starts with a sale. I credit a mentor of mine for teaching me this lesson. The questions come up a handful of times in my career. How do you grow a business without sales? The simple answer is you don't. And there are certain types of sales you can avoid. However, there's always the need to create a sales machine within any business that's successful to generate leads, nurture those leads, and bring them through the process of becoming a customer for whatever the product, service, or offering is that you provide. And so when we're helping companies either sell themselves or seek financing, describing or illustrating what that sales machine is a vital component to any of these processes. And so 3 main things to keep in mind when thinking about the narrative relative to the sales machine of a particular company. The first of these is the means of selling. Every company likely sells directly, indirectly, and then has a marketing or awareness component to it. So when you think of direct marketing, that could be email, postcards, phone calls, messaging, whatever it might be. Indirect marketing, think of affiliates, people that are selling on your behalf. So the old example of if you have the seamstress business next to the dry cleaners, right, you could go in and tell the dry cleaner, for every person that you bring to our store for adjustments, we will give you X% of the sale, right? It's the same thing with the landscaper and the wood chipping company that sells them mulch, right? The idea that someone else is selling on your behalf and there's some sort of fee sharing arrangement. And then lastly is marketing or brand awareness. And so these are things that don't necessarily have a incredibly correlated or direct return on investment, but you can think of the personal injury attorney who has the billboard, right? Or the software company that has Google Ads, the manufacturing company or heavy machinery company that has its ad in trade magazines. But the idea is that there's some rough metrics that one can glean as to the potency of these different avenues. However, it's going to be a little less readily addressable than perhaps direct marketing may be. But that's the means of marketing. The next is, what is the sales funnel, right? So when we think of a funnel, when a lead comes into a business, it starts at the top of the funnel, and then there are typically stages that bring them down through the funnel to actually becoming a client. And so in any situation, when we're speaking to an outside party and describing a business, we always want to know, what are the stages of the funnel? What are the timings of the funnel? What are the contingencies within the funnel? So whenever you think of customer acquisition costs or the life cycle of the sales pipeline, these are the considerations. At what timing and what contingencies and what costs does a prospect start as a cold lead, work through to a warm lead, to ultimately a customer? The last part of the sales machine is really the Venn diagram, if you will, between selling to a prospect and serving a customer. And so that's kind of the execution and integration, onboarding of a customer. And again, whether it's a manufacturing company, a distribution company, a B2B services company, a software company, a tech company, whatever it may be, there should always be a consistent process by which when someone says, I would like to be a customer, they are then led and there is a onboarding process to them actually becoming a customer and receiving those goods, services, or other offering. And so that's the idea of a sales machine. If ultimately a business is going to sell itself or seek financing, and really just to be profitable and productive in the first place, it must have a sales machine. And the 3 primary components, among others, that we highlight when discussing these things are A, what are the means of selling? B, what does the funnel look like and what are the constituent elements of that? And C, what does the execution, integration, and onboarding of the customers after moving from a prospect to a desirous customer, what does that look like? And so that's the thought for today. Keep pushing forward. Hope the week's going well for everyone. God bless. We'll see everyone next time.